What's up, everyone? We're back with Two Lou's Crew. I'm Lou.
Lou.
And together we are doing some predictions out of New York City. This one is the main event of the evening for the November 13th Vegas card. We just got out of UFC 268. While I went 3-2, having Kobe Covington and Zhang Wei Li as a loss, even though I don't think Zhang Wei Li lost. Whatever, it counts as a loss. Big Lou went 4-1, only getting the Frankie Edgar incorrect. And Frankie Edgar was on his way to a victory, most likely. You never know with the judges until he got caught with that kick. And man, that kick was ugly. But yeah, so we know a little bit about what we're doing. Getting close, right? I went 3-2, but was close with that one, and it went 4-1. Almost went 5-0 if Frankie Edgar didn't mess it up. So let's get into this one right here in front of us. We have Jair Rodriguez, El Pantera, versus Max Blessed Holloway. What else do they call him? What is they call him the Blessed Express, right? The Blessed Train.
Okay, Boomer.
He's so good, man. I freaking love Holloway. Who doesn't like Holloway? Holloway's so good. Holloway, Rodriguez, both 5'11". Rodriguez has a 71-inch reach versus Holloway's 69-inch reach. So Rodriguez is going to have a 2-inch reach advantage, but honestly, we already know the way that Holloway fights is very calculated, nice and distant, bounces in and out, very good head movement. Head movement, I would say, since we just saw Canelo on Saturday, head movement is very similar to Canelo because he doesn't ever weave backwards. He never overextends backwards. He likes to stay forward, moves left, right, up, down. If you saw that fight versus, was it Stevens or Cater? No, Cater, right? The last one, right? Versus Cater. Oh, man, this guy is, his boxing defense is so good. Versus Rodriguez, which is more of a karate style. He mixes it up. The dude could strike from the hip. He could strike overhand. He could uppercut. Nice clean jabs. He could hit you with a quick switch kick, with a question mark kick. He could hit you with kicks to the calf, kicks to the knees, front kicks, side kicks like John Jones. Rodriguez could mix it up. He could hit you with backwards elbows, over the top elbows, inside the clinch, outside the clinch. You could keep naming the list of all the strikes that Rodriguez will throw at you. Now let's get into the prediction, right? My prediction. I'm going to compare this fight a lot to the Rodriguez versus Korean Zombie fight because the Korean Zombie and Holloway have a very similar style. For those in the MMA community that know both men and both of their styles, many of us could agree that they're very similar to each other, even though we know Holloway is better of the two. Ignoring that Korean Zombie fight versus Ortega, he looked off. There was something off about him. But Zombie put the pace on Rodriguez. He hit Rodriguez so many times. If you are a fighter that consistently gets hit a lot, and then you go ahead and put yourself in front of Zombie or Blessed Holloway, you're going to get hit more than usual. And they might not hit you with shots that are going to knock you out cold, but the damage that you're going to take is going to be ridiculous. Rodriguez, the fact that he even got that last second knockout backwards elbow, I'm going to be honest, the only reason he got it was because he lulled Korean Zombie into a sense of security where he kept giving him a high five. All right, let's finish this fight. Made him too relaxed, and he just let that fight go. But honestly, that wasn't even a win for Rodriguez. I'm not even gonna count it, even though the knockout was beautiful. I feel like Holloway is gonna do what Zombie did to Rodriguez, but even worse. I feel like Holloway is rejuvenated. He's not going in and training and doing these long 8 to 12 week camps. He's not doing physical sparring, even though Daniel Cormier calls him out and says, "Oh, you're lying. You have to be doing physical sparring." Holloway has gotten a lot of rest because he says he doesn't want to have those CTE, concussion, lingering side effects. He wants to be there for his son. He wants to have more kids. So because of that, he's super healthy. Both men are 29 years old, but let's be honest, we already know that Holloway feels like a much older, much more seasoned veteran than Rodriguez does. Rodriguez feels much younger, even though he himself has been in some wars. But Holloway has so many fights against greats, uh, from Aldo to the champ Volkanovski, right? So many great fights under his belt. Ortega, of course, made Ortega look terrible. Ortega made Zombie look terrible. Zombie made Rodriguez look terrible. So what do you think is going to happen here? Holloway is above all of those guys. It's going to be very bad. Holloway opened up minus 500 favorite. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if by the time this fight starts, he'll be around a 1,000 minus 1,000 favorite. That's how crazy it's gonna be. If I was a betting man, I obviously wouldn't bet the line. I would bet under Holloway, not to go the distance, because I feel like he's just out for blood. The way he's been fighting lately, I think he's really trying to make a statement and show off, because a lot of people are starting to forget him. Talking about Usman and talking about Chimaev. I know it's not the same weight class, but there are a lot of names out there that are being thrown around, and a lot of people are just not talking about Holloway. And let's be honest, because of the last two pay-per-view events, this one is flying under the radar. Even though top to bottom, it's not as good as an event, but the main event on the main card is really good. So I'm gonna go with Holloway. Too much output, too much. The reach is for Rodriguez, but he's going to be utilizing his fighting style to make it look like he has more reach. He's going to batter this kid. He probably land over 200 clean strikes on the hands alone. And I think he gets him out of there within the first 3.5 rounds, honestly. That's it. I don't see Rodriguez standing any chance. He might hit him with a few good, clean, beautiful video game looking shots, but that's it. Holloway all day under 3.5 rounds. That's my prediction.
Yeah. There's no way. As much as I like Yair Rodriguez, there's no way that he wins this fight. It's just I don't see it happening. Rodriguez, very early on in his career in the UFC, up and coming, looking really good, and then what happens? He fights Frankie Edgar, and basically that changed his whole trajectory of his career. Cause then it's just like not so great performances, and let's be for real, he almost lost that fight to Korean Zombie. He was losing that fight until he wasn't. So, honestly, I think this is a walk in the park for Max Holloway. He's a completely different fighter from when he fought Volkanovski, and we saw that in the Cater fight. I could see it just being an all-out beatdown for 5 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it just really. I can, he has incredible cardio. He doesn't get tired at all. He keeps the volume on, and he keeps moving forward. That's just Holloway. That's just how he fights. And if you look at, Yair Rodriguez's last 2 fights, what does he have trouble with? Pressure. So, and who is like pretty much the king of pressure? It's Max Holloway. So there you go.
That's it, guys. There's not much else to add on to it. I feel that Holloway is going to continue being very, very motivated to put on statements every single fight out. The time off does make him feel younger again, not as beat up. We're going from the fighter that had to have a fight canceled because Bisping had noticed that there was something off with him. And then there was a point in time where we were worried about Holloway not being able to fight in the UFC anymore. Those days are over. He looks so fresh, so clean, so blessed all day. The Blessed Express over Rodriguez, as pretty of a fighter, striker as he is. I don't think it's going to play much effect on Holloway. So we both are ending with the prediction: Max Holloway over Jair Rodriguez. Big Lou believes it's going to be a straight beatdown over 5 rounds. I don't even believe it'll reach the 4th round because it'll be that bad of a beatdown. Until next time, guys, please hit us with a like, hit us with a subscribe. You know, turn on notifications and show us the support. We're new to the MMA prediction community, and we would love to have a small community being built. All right, guys. Until the next time, this is TwoLu'sCrew.